That American patriots will not be free until we are liberated from the radical leftist ideologies, scare tactics, and violence.
Against the street, it don't matter what race or creed or color. You love this land and you're my brother. That ain't the place to know I'm gonna stand. If you say you can't breathe, I'll show you we can. Never gonna stop believing. We were born for freedom. We were born for freedom.
Back down. We will not cower in fear. We're not going to hide any longer. Our president will be reelected. Our police will be backed. And our sanity will be restored. Power to the Patriots!
Yeah, well, clearly none of that happened. The police were not backed. Our president did not get reelected, and our sanity did not get restored. Anyway, all right. I am in Matthew McConaughey's town, and I never thought that I would be, but I'm here. Ooh, okay, so little updates. Job stuff's going well. I think I'm going to get an offer on Monday from the place that not the bartending place. I really wanted to work there. I need to be a bartender. I really do. I don't want to cook anymore. But in lieu of that, the other job is at the sushi restaurant. And I went back last night. I had another meeting with a fourth fucking manager. So I've talked to 4 managers. The HR, the executive chef, the general manager, and now the culinary director last night. So I think they like me. I think they like me. It's a good place. The food is amazing. Amazing. I got to butcher some Japanese king salmon last night, you know, doing what I do. Filet. Skin it, portion it, ready to go. Anyhow, all right. So today we are going to talk about a woman named Rosanne Boyland. And you guys might be hearing about her. She was a woman. Apparently, okay, so there were like 5 civilian deaths at the rally. Obviously, Ashley Babbitt being the one that was actually didn't die of natural causes. There were 4 others. There was someone that I think there were a couple men who had heart conditions or whatever, and they died. And then there was a lady who they say, not that she OD'd, or I don't know what it is, but something was going on with something in her system. And I think they're talking about Miss Rosanne Boyland. So it's funny how this came to my attention because I actually got a message from somebody a couple weeks ago. No, a week ago, August 4th. Okay. So yeah, August 4th, I got a message from a law-abiding citizen on Gab. And this is what he wrote me, okay? He said, hey, glad you're on Gab. I used to watch you on YouTube. I remember you used to talk about clout chasing or something to that effect. I just wanted to say that guy, Philip Anderson, seems like a cool guy, but I've noticed he was with Ashley Babbitt when she was shot. He knew the other girl that got killed January 6th and is now a close friend a close friend who died of the jab, and now has a close friend who died of the jab. This guy seems to know way too many people that have died. Doesn't seem normal. What's your take? And then I wrote him, I said, hey, I'm glad you found me. Maybe he's a fucking red herring or a plant. I don't know. I haven't seen him in a long time. I didn't know he was spotted in all these different places. And then he goes, yeah, he was holding Ashley Babbitt's hand when she died. This is some very David Hogg-like coincidences. Anyway, good to see you. Glad you're still raging on. And that was that. So that's awesome. Law-abiding citizen. I don't know who you are, but please, if you have anything else to add, please add it. So anyway, I never looked into it because he said that Philip Anderson was there with Ashley Babbitt. Now, but in this video that I happened to find last night, watching Odyssey, which by the way, like Odyssey rocks. Like Odyssey is awesome because you get news and YouTubers from all over the world. Okay, it's really, really good. All the stuff that's censored on YouTube, you can watch on Odyssey. So I need to get my Bitcoin game together, figure out how to get the Bitcoin so I can start building on that platform. I always liked it. Library was one of the first secondary platforms that I got on last summer. And I always liked Library, but the problem was that like I can't get enough of you to follow me on there. So I'm not getting my LBC. I need my LBC Bitcoin credits. Okay. It's a pay to play model, but I like that because you can really target your demographic and get your videos out there. So y'all, you know, my birthday's coming up. Hook me up with some Bitcoin. Hook me up. September 4th is my birthday. Give me some Bitcoin. All right. I do want to go back to Library and get more active on it. I really did like Library. I still do. So Library is also called Odyssey. And I just happened to be on the War Room because they have a guest host, obviously Owen Schroyer. I have no idea what's going on there. I don't know if he's in jail, out of jail. I haven't heard anything. So anyway, we're going to watch this together. It goes into some other stuff toward the end, but it's only a couple of minutes. And then we're going to I literally just typed in her name in DuckDuckGo, and we're going to find whatever we can read about her. She is on, there's an article about her on the Gateway Pundit. Shit, lashes sticking together. There's an article about her on the Gateway Pundit. So we'll read that together. Anyway, let's go. And you know what else is crazy? Philip Anderson was in Portland too for all the shit that just went down like a couple days ago. He was there too. I don't know about that guy. I need to talk to him. I wish I had talked to him when I saw him in DC, but you know, sometimes I don't know if he's crazy or passionate or if he's a plant. I don't know. Anyway, here we go.
We do have proof. There is video of a police officer who I'm pretty sure is a female police officer beating Rosanne Boyland. You could see that it's clearly her as she's already unconscious on the ground with what looks like a baton or like a very long stick. Like there's video of this. So this isn't something that's a conspiracy theory or anything like this. This is all proven. There's 5 eyewitnesses to this that all saw it. 3 of them are in prison right now. Actually, 2 of them. One of them
of our government currently is entirely childish. They plan based on what they hope will happen, and then the worst happens. They should be planning for worst case scenarios, for the best case scenario. You could understand any language of all the while.
See how the video's all weird, like it jumps
Tremendously,
around?
he has cancer.
Poorly and thoughtlessly. The same for our Secretary of Defense and same for our President.
There's a prisoner named Chris Worrell who recently started a GoFundMe. I wanted to plug. There's a GoFundMe. He has cancer and he is suffering tremendously in prison right now. He doesn't have access to his medications, his treatments. Just recently, finally, on Newsmax, Greg Kelly actually did an interview with him, and he was able to raise a lot of money that night towards his cancer treatment. But he also needs a new attorney right away. So I'm encouraging people to please donate to his GoFundMe and to check out his interview, because it's really heartbreaking, some of the stuff that he says. He's really being mistreated in prison right now, and he is having a really hard time when it comes to his legal.
Okay. So yeah, that little video was kind of all over the place. It started out with showing a little bit of video, and there's an arrow pointing to Philip Anderson, like sprawled out on the ground, I guess being dragged somewhere or trying, I don't know what that was. But so let's get into who Rosanne Boyland is. Yeah, that video was just kind of a little highlight, but then it kind of jumped around a lot. So anyhow, let's go into, let's see. We'll start with what CBS has to say, and then we'll go to what Gateway Pundit has to say. Okay, Rosanne Boyland, Georgia woman who died in D.C. riot, promised to stand on the sidelines, sister said. Now, this was written January 11th. Okay, so this was written, this is what the fake news has to say about her, and then we'll see what Gateway Pundit has to say about her. Okay, before she died in Wednesday's siege at the U.S. Capitol, Rosanne Boyland was a recovering drug addict who wanted to become a sobriety counselor. But the Georgia woman also believed, wrongly, that President, see the virtue signaling? It's like so sickening. I can't even read a full sentence. That President Trump won the November election had begun following a dark conspiracy theory that has circulated online, her family said. Oh, it just spiraled, her sister Lana Cave said Friday outside her home in suburban Atlanta. So that's her. Boyland, 34, was one of 3 people who died of medical emergencies when a pro-Trump mob, egged on by the president, stormed the Capitol as Congress was certifying President-elect Joe Biden's victory. A 4th person was fatally shot by police, and an officer was also killed. They're referring to Ashley Babbitt and Officer Brian Sicknick. Capitol Police have not released details about how Boyland, a Kennesaw resident, died. Cave said the family has heard conflicting accounts. A friend who was with her said Boyland was pinned to the ground and trampled during a violent clash between rioters and police. But her sister said a police detective told the family Boyland had collapsed while standing off to the side in the Capitol rotunda. Cave said her sister had no intention of committing violence when she traveled to Washington. The family begged her not to go. She promised me, I'm going to stand on the sidelines. I'm just going to show my support, Cave told the Associated Press. Boyland was arrested multiple times on drug offenses, but had been sober for several years and found new purpose in politics. Nicholas Samanthas, a friend of hers from Kennesaw, told the Associated Press. She got clean and sober and stopped blaming other people for her problems and got real conservative. Oh, like many of us. Thank you. Thank you. Whom he called Rosie. She attended meetings of an addiction group in Atlanta and picked up her young nieces every day from school, her sister said. The deadly insurrection led Boyland's brother-in-law, Justin Cave, to call for Trump's removal from office. My own personal belief is that I believe that the president's words and rhetoric incited a riot Wednesday that killed 4 of his biggest fans, said Cave, a former host of the HGTV show Groundbreakers. The sisters also clashed over Boyland's political views and the QAnon myth. which includes wild allegations of a child sex ring. Boyland had begun following the conspiracy theory over the past 6 months, Lana Cave said. Oh, okay, so she woke up. I'm sorry. How dare her wake up? This is all her fault, right? What happened to not victim blaming? Like, seriously. Hold up. What happened to not victim blaming? This whole story is victim blaming. The whole thing. Well, you know, she got real conservative, and once she took responsibility for her life, she was looking at QAnon. She got real political. She actually cared about her life. She actually cared about her country. How dare her? See, this is all her fault. Her family begged her not to go. Her family begged her not to go. Okay. Boyland had expressed its baseless accusations that online furniture retail Wayfair was part of the fictional ring, her sister said, and in her faith conspiracies spiraled from there. She would text me some things, and I would be like, let me fact check that. And I'd sit there and I'd be like, well, I don't think it's actually right, Lana 39 said. We got in fights about it, arguments. Well, so is everybody. This whole country's been torn apart for a long time. Okay, this happens in every family now. Boyland's Facebook page featured photos and videos praising Trump and promising fantasies, including one theory that a shadowy group was using the coronavirus to steal elections. No, that's actually what it was. While they hadn't seen each other in years, Samantha says they chatted over Facebook Messenger regularly. A week or two ago, they had traded memes of liberals losing their minds online. Making fun of liberals together, we bonded over that a lot, he said. Boyland's friend, please tell me how this is relevant. Anyone? Boyland's friend, Justin Winchell, said Boyland was pinned to the ground when bodies of police and protesters pushed up against each other. People began falling and then trampling one another, Winchell told CBS affiliate WGCL-TV in Atlanta. I put my arm underneath her and was pulling her out. Then another guy fell on top of her, and another guy was just walking on top of her, Winchell said. There were people stacked 2-3 deep, people just crushed. The two others who died of medical emergencies are Kevin Gleason, 55, of Athens, Alabama, and Benjamin Phillips, 50, of Ringtown, Pennsylvania. Ashley Babbitt, 35, of San Diego, was fatally shot by police while she tried to climb through the broken window of a barricaded doorway inside the Capitol. Capitol Police Officer Brian D. Sicknick was hit in the head with a fire extinguisher, according to law enforcement officials who spoke on the condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to discuss the ongoing investigation publicly. He died at the hospital. We all know that was a lie. Boyland's final post on Twitter, a retweet from a post from Dan Scavino. Like, why they got to bring his name into this, you know? The White House social media director was a picture of thousands of people surrounding the Washington Monument on Wednesday. The photo was taken before Trump, in his speech there, repeated his unfounded claims of election fraud and incited demonstrators to go to the Capitol as lawmakers debated the electoral votes. Boyland's family has received multiple threats since her death. They blame Trump for the violence, believing she got caught up in the president's lies about the election. It cost her her life. Okay. All right, so that's what CBS said about her in January. So let's now look at what Gateway Pundit has. Okay. All right, here we go. Hold up. Wait a minute. It's a 22. Pew, pew, pew. So let's get into it. New video. Okay, and this was August 4th. Rosanne Boyland killed by cops. Police prevent her rescue. Push protesters down steps. Beat Rosanne and protesters with sticks. Protesters attempt CPR. Okay, so here's the graphic, and it's really hard to see, It's really hard to see. I'm just going to put the link in there because it's too hard to see. I can try to zoom in on it a little bit more. But I think that's as zoomy as I can get right there. Yeah, I can't even read it's not even legible, honestly. I can't even read it. All right, let's read it. In July, Trump supporter and activist Philip Anderson confirmed to the Gateway Pundit that Capitol Police killed Trump protester Rosanne Boyland on January 6th. Philip knows this because he was next to her when she died. He was holding her hand, and Philip nearly died himself. Activist Philip Anderson spoke with the Gateway Pundit about January 6 protests at the U.S. Capitol and how the Capitol Police murdered Rosanne Boyland and nearly took his life, too. This was an amazing eyewitness report that has been ignored by the fake news media because it does not fit their narrative. A Black Trump supporter with clouds of pepper spray pushed down, then nearly trampled to death as police officers continued to push people on top of a pile outside the U.S. Capitol. Anderson described how Rosanne Boyland was the first woman killed by Capitol Police that day. Ashley Babbitt was the second woman killed by Capitol Police. Okay, so this right here, you can see kind of on the left, that's Philip Anderson. He's wearing the blue jeans and the gray top. And then down here on the right hand, I mean, kind of like in the middle, same thing, blue jeans, black sweater. That's Rosanne. This photo shows Philip Anderson nearly unconscious being dragged away by Trump supporters after being crushed under a pile on January 6th. Rosanne Boyland was next to him when she died. Philip Anderson fell and was being smothered as police officers continued to push Trump supporters on top of him. Philip told the Gateway Pundit how he was holding Rosanne's hand when she died. Philip posted this on social media before his account was taken down. To all the people who called me a liar when I said Rosanne Boyland was holding my hand when she died, we both were getting crushed to death as Capitol Police pushed and beat more people on top of us instead of letting us get up. Here is the picture proving that I told the truth. You will see Trump supporters dragging my body away from Rosanne Boyland's body on my right. Okay, I don't know. I can't tell who he's next to, honestly. I don't know. I guess it's the girl sitting up then. That's probably her. Okay. Here's a picture proving that I told the truth. You will see Trump supporters dragging my body away from Rosanne Boyland's body on my right. I never lie, and I don't appreciate being called a liar by people who have literally done nothing for the conservative movement. Okay, and I can't tell when he posted that, but a second eyewitness also contacted the Gateway Pundit following our interview with Philip and confirmed his account. A third eyewitness then contacted the Gateway Pundit last week and told her story on how the Capitol Police pushed Trump supporters down the stairs. She was also afraid she would die that day by the actions of the police. Now there is video of this. Ooh, okay. The police forced these patriots backwards and didn't stop until they toppled over and piled up on each other. Watch how far they tumbled down the stairs. Is this actually a video? Because it just looks like a JPEG. And here's a photo of the Trump supporters being shoved down the stairs by Capitol Police. I mean, it's not, you can't really see anything. Like, you can't tell what's going on there. I'm sorry. In this video posted at Make America Stop Hate You, you see Rosanne Boyland being trampled and beat with sticks. You see the Capitol Police do nothing to save her. You see Trump supporters attempted CPR to save her life, and you see Trump supporters shoved down the steps at the U.S. Capitol. Here's the rest of the story. The fake news media won't report on. Okay, so let's see what's here. Let's see. Actually, I have a video here. Okay, cool. Is there any sound? Hold on. I guess there's no sound. Okay. This cover-up has been uncovered. Don't just watch this, see it. The media and elected officials have reported and commented that this violent mob brutally attacked Capitol police officers, just as the House managers manipulated footage and was caught during President Trump's second impeachment trial. We are only seeing small clips in the aid of creating a story. As a visual investigator, I always use the entire footage for the truth. Okay. After witnessing other women being attacked and now Rosanne being hit while she lays on the ground, John Mellis in the white cowboy hat stands over Winchell, who is next to Rosanne, and fights the cops off. This man is still blind and disoriented from the dazzler, and he's crouched down behind Rosanne Boyland. I mean, I can't see anything. I don't know where she is in this video. Is that her? Okay, this man crawling out was next to the woman kicked by the cop. The man who is crouched down is up trying to get out until he's hit behind from a cop. You also seen the body. I can't see any. I don't see what they're talking about here. I really don't. The cops near Rosanne continue to use their clubs as the man is using his body as a shield. People on the right begin throwing objects at those cops to try to get them to stop. I mean, I guess she's somewhere over in that right corner or left corner. The guy in the white cap is bent over when a cop delivers a blow to the side of the head and knocking him out. All this was happening while a rescue was taking place. I mean, if you guys can see what they're talking about, because I can't, I mean, there's so much going on. Everyone's back is turned. It's just too hard to see what they're talking about from this angle. Did you see the megaphone and pole thrown at the police on the left side who are still keeping Rosanne from being rescued? Okay. Okay, so I guess these are the stairs that they say okay, so now I can actually see the ground here. So I see these must be the stairs that everyone's talking about. And I guess Rosanne is either down here, or this was the guy that they said was leaning against the wall and got hit in the back of the head, and Rosanne might be somewhere next to him. Like I'm sorry, I just don't see how this video, like I just don't see anything. It's too hard to tell. Here we see the man finally escape and Rosanne still laying in the same spot. Take notice of how the cop in yellow and the cop in black react with each other after they stop swinging their clubs. This man uses the opportunity when the cop is done hitting Rosanne and pulls her out. Now watch how the cops react to each other. They are starting to pull Rosanne's body out now. The cop watches Rosanne dragged out and reacts. Okay, I'm sorry. They both had on helmets. I don't know what you mean by how they reacted to each other. Like, I don't get what happened. Okay. The police forced these patriots backwards and didn't stop until they toppled over and piled up on one another. Watch how far they tumble and fall down the stairs. When we zoom in, you can see the police on top of Rosanne Boyland. All right, this better be the smoking gun. Oh, wait, yeah, there it is. Okay, all right, so that's where everyone falls. Okay. Look which way the protesters are facing after being pepper sprayed for over 2.5 minutes. Man reaches to help Boyland. That's the guy in the white hat. Okay. Man performs CPR. Oh, he's pumping on her chest. Okay, I do see that. Men carry Boyland. Where are they carrying her to? Shane Jenkins and others saved people on lower pile. Is this as big as this video gets? This is like not... Yeah, like it's too small for me to see it. Hold on. Yeah, it's zoomed in all I can make it. Like Jake Lang, who saved this man, Philip Anderson, from the hands of the Capitol Police. They did not trample, but they did fight to save others. Like this black gentleman, Philip Anderson. Okay, there he is on the ground. Being saved by Edward Lang. When you're still pushing and kicking people on the ground while others are attempting a rescue after you have caused a panic, spraying pepper spray for almost 2.5 minutes, making a slippery surface, use a dazzler before, then push back, causing injuries and the death of Rosanne Boyland. Let me see if I can make this bigger on Instagram. Okay, oops. All right, we went that far. Okay, we're going to rewind just a little bit. Trying to make it bigger. All right, hold on. Ooh, oh, shit. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Hey, Joe. Hey, Risen. All right, we're going to see if we can make this video bigger on Instagram. Because I think it maybe is. Because it's too small on Gateway Pundit. I can't see anything of what they're talking about. All right. Are we in? Are we in? Okay. We'll go forward. All right. Does that look bigger? Does that look bigger, guys? Say yes in the comments if that looks bigger. Hey, Kev. Hey, Betty. Does that look bigger to you guys? Much better, right? All right. Sorry about that. We can actually start it over from the beginning. I don't mean to waste anyone's time. I'm so sorry. I didn't think about trying to look at it on Instagram. I think it looks better here. Okay. So I'm just going to let you guys run that through. You know, Risen, it's funny you should say that because both Philip Anderson and Black Conservative Preacher don't like me. But they don't say shit to me to my face. They just talk shit about me behind my back. I've seen them both in multiple places, multiple times. But I'm not here trying to be like combative and shit. I just thought it was funny that I should get a message from somebody who finds it kind of kind of convenient that like he's in all these places, you know what I mean? But then I mean I've been in a lot of places too, so I can't talk shit, but it's just funny. It's just funny. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys watch this. This looks way better, right? It's bigger, right? All right, so that should help you. I basically read everything already, so now you can actually watch it. And if you guys can see something, like if you guys can see something that I'm missing, if this video makes sense to you, it doesn't make sense to me. It's just too hard to see any of it, but go ahead. Like if you guys can see that, I can't see none of that. I don't know what's going on in that picture. Someone threw a crutch. Oh my god. Okay. I'm back. Okay, so that's it. So what's your feedback, guys? Did you see what they were talking about? Because I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I don't know what was happening there. Did you guys see it? Because I couldn't tell what was going on. But anyway, I would say, let me go put this in the chat. You guys copy and paste this, share it, share it, share it, share it. If you want to see the real setup, look at the people breaking the windows, breaking out the watch. If you want to see the real setup, watch the people breaking out the windows. Okay. If you have that video, Joe, please send it to me. Oh, I talked to your boy, Zach. Who's Jaden and Tiffany? Jaden and Tiffany were gassed in a tunnel that day. I called after they dropped the stream to make sure they were okay. It was very hard to see the specifics. Yeah, I agree. What I want to see, the only way to see if the cop was beating her is to find out who that cop is, who, get the timestamp of when it happened, because they rotated out the police force. So like the ones that were there at the beginning, basically the fucking cops like gassed themselves. Honestly, they honestly did. They gassed themselves. So everybody got it, including them. So what they did was they rotated out the police force. Like some of the cops would leave, and then new cops would come in, and then they would leave, and then new cops would come in. So if you can get the timestamp and find out who was working on that during that time, who was down there on those steps at that time, they should be able to get the body cam. That's the only way to know if that cop was beating her with that stick and, I don't know, she had cardiac arrest or whatever it was. But anyway, let's see if we can find her autopsy. Okay, so we have the Daily Beast, April 7th. But I'm trying to see if there's something more recent. One from the 15th, the 11th, the 6th, 8th. Okay, so it looks like this April 7th is the most recent. Okay. Share screen. Hold up. There we go. And well, of course, this is, Washington Post. We don't know how accurate this is, but we'll just read it. DC medical examiner releases cause of death for 4 people who died during Capitol riot. Talking about Babbitt. Okay, a Facebook page belonging to Rosanne Boyland in Kennesaw features several pro-Trump posts and includes a false assertion that the DC Mayor Muriel Bowser ordered hotels and other businesses to close in advance of the January 6th rally, which she did. Court papers filed by prosecutors in connection with criminal cases against some of those charged in the insurrection say Boyland had been trampled by the mob, near or on the Capitol steps as rioters battled police. In one account, a friend tried to carry Boyland across a threshold to police just as at least 3 officers were pulled into the crowd and beaten. I didn't see no cops getting pulled into the crowd and beaten. Not on those steps, so that's not accurate. Relatives of Gleason and... All right, no, those are the other people. I'm trying to get her cause of death. Maybe I passed it. Let me go back up to the top. Two civilians who died, blah, blah, blah. Ashley Babbitt, Brian Sicknick. Okay, the medical examiner ruled that Rosanne Boyland, 34, died of accidental acute amphetamine intoxication. Okay, so no other details of their deaths have been revealed, and officials declined to elaborate. Autopsy reports are not public in the district, but are given to family members upon request. The drug cited in Boyland's death is addictive and can be prescribed to treat attention deficit disorder and narcolepsy. So if any of you, okay, I'm going to copy and paste this. If any of you know what drugs those might be, please put that in the comments. Okay, so I just highlighted what they said. If you are a nurse and you know what those drugs, I mean, I mean, Adderall has amphetamine in it, you know? Adderall has amphetamine in it. It could, you know, she was clearly a larger woman, plus size woman. And, you know, if it was a heart thing or if she was beaten to death or some combination of the two, I don't know. I don't know. All right, guys. So that's the live. I don't think there's much else to talk about on this. So you guys do the research and let me know if you can figure out what drugs cited in Boyland's death might have been, you know, because I don't know much about prescriptions and things like that, so I have no idea. But yeah, sad, it's fucked up. Okay. I don't know, I might come on live later, I might not. I don't know what I'm doing today. I went to work, or I went to a job, not my work, but a job. And it's funny, I don't like the chef there. His vibes are like, it's not his vibes. It's like, he asked me some questions in the interview that I thought were like very condescending. And I'm not sensitive like that, but you can kind of like predict people's behavior when that's how they act in the beginning. And sometimes you're wrong. Sometimes you're totally wrong. But sometimes I'm right. I may be wrong. I may be crazy. But I just... All right, I don't know. I actually know the words to that song. Anyway. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself today. I'm going to try to go have some fun, but it's cloudy out here. I'll see what's going on with my friend when she gets back. See what she wants to do today. Anyway, we have a lot more to talk about. I want to do more watch parties. I've been finding a lot of cool stuff on Odyssey. I've been finding a lot of like, I want to do a watch party like where we watch some of my old videos, like the ones that got me banned, but then like I won't let them upload. We'll just do it in a live, and then I'll delete it afterward. So, all right.